we doing? We are here once again. Danny B and Dan Wood for the Shout Out podcast. Season 2 is settling in really nicely, and I'm really excited about our guest today. It is the wonderful, talented Miss Tasia. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello. How are you guys?
Oh, we're so good.
On.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you
We've
for
got
having me.
so much to talk about. You have been a busy woman this year, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I really have.
Yeah, loads.
Wicked.
We've kept, obviously, we first played that gig together back in June last year, so we've kept up with your your ongoings for ages. So you've been busy, and we want to ask you about your EP, your gigs, everything.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, I've been really loving the EP. I know now it's a little bit. It was out last year. It was November last year or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lost Poetry, guys. If you haven't checked it out, Lost Poetry on Spotify by Tasia. It's a wicked EP.
Shout out.
Talk to me about like the idea of Lost Poetry. There's some themes that kind of go back to like childhood and stuff in there. Is that what kind of was inspiring the creation of it?
Yeah, so when I started writing for the EP, well, I wasn't really writing for the EP, I just started writing again. I was in a real weird situation and I just felt really trapped and I couldn't really do what I wanted to do, like do my artistry the way I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started to, get all my frustrations out, I guess. And then I wrote Let Me Live Again first, which is the second song on the EP.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of kept going and we ended up having all these songs that we wanted to put into one little project, which represented like, I'm free, I can do what I want, I'm an independent artist for a reason and no one can stop me.
Nice.
And the response has been insane. I mean, still now people are listening to it, which I'm not a massive artist, but to know that even after like 6, I don't know how many months it's been, but
6 months,
6 months,
people are still listening to it and still liking it. That means a lot. So yeah,
that's
cool.
Great. It's so cool when you use your music as an opportunity to kind of free yourself from all kind of other things. I want to touch on something really quickly because you said that when you said you referred to it as we wrote the EP, is that like you and your whole band that all kind of have influence on the writing process?
No, so so what we do is I write the songs, like the lyrics and melody and all that, the chords, and then I bring them to the band in rehearsals, and they are honestly the best boys in the world. They have to deal with me, so they have to be ready. They put their little thing on it. We work on it. We like sort the arrangements out, and then we go into the studio and we record it, which is really cool.
Nice.
So,
how long have you been together as a four then, like writing and music and
we have been together for about 2 years now. So yeah, it's just incredible because these 3 boys are my best mates. I see them as my brothers. So we're kind of going through this crazy, wonderful, chaotic journey together, and we always have each other's backs. Like if someone's feeling a bit down, we just build each other up, and it's so wonderful.
It makes a massive difference when you're in a band with people you actually really care about, and it does come across in the music, especially I think in the gigs. When you're all vibing on stage and you know that you're all mates, you come on as mates, you leave as mates.
Your energy live is unbelievable. I remember that gig, it was at Spice of Life, wasn't it? Like, I remember we played and it was like one of our first gigs. We were really nervous, and then you were after us and we were like, wow. That was like, it was a show. It was really good. There was energy. Everyone on stage was loving it. It was really good.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I get told I have a lot of energy, which is good and bad, because at 11 p.m. at night, my flatmates don't agree that it's good. But, it's fine. You just got to do it when you can do it.
Yeah. Does that kind of come naturally to you?
Yeah. I'm a very free spirit kind of girl. And if you don't like it, move on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's perfect for your type of music though, because it is like full of emotion, full of energy. Like it translates well. Like you can channel it into your performances, so it's good.
Oh, thank you. I'm really glad that you noticed that. Actually, that's really nice.
Yeah. Me and Beelan spoke about it. Using your last name, Danny B. We've spoken about it like since that gig, because like we're obviously trying to improve as well and like get some kind of channel our energy well. So yeah, we thought it was great.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that was a really thing another thing we were kind of debating is like, and I want to give you an opportunity to talk about like your kind of style of music, because obviously a lot of people listening, I say this every episode, people listening actually probably wouldn't have heard your music before. So how do you describe your sound?
Oh God. This question is always so hard for me to answer, but I think I'm very alternative pop, but I have a lot of elements of rock. I have a bit of jazz. I have a bit of funk. I don't like to put myself into a box. I like to experiment. I like to bring all of my influences from a little kid to now, like all the music I've ever listened to. Because I think it's just more interesting that way.
It comes across as well when you listen to it. That's why I brought it up so early on, because it's like, how would you really describe Tasia's music? And again, you just have to listen to it, and speak for yourself. Do the other band members kind of play into that as well? Do you have different kind of influences that you can bring?
Yeah, so my drummer loves a bit of rock. My guitarist loves jazz and like classical music, and then
Does he?
Yeah, he does. He's really good at it, actually. He did a master's, and he had a assessment, and we went to go watch it. And it was just classical guitar on an acoustic guitar. It was I don't really listen to classical music, but it made me want to listen to classical music.
Nice.
He was so good. It was insane.
He must be sick if he wanted to listen to classical music. Yeah, he must be really sick.
It was really good, and it was like I get bored quite easily. My attention span isn't great, so it was I think it was like an hour long, and I didn't get bored. So
could we see a classical music single coming out in the future, or is that maybe keeping it just to him?
Do you know what? Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. Oh, that's wicked. That's wicked. So, what's going on then? You've had such a busy year. Like, tell us about the gigs you've got coming up, the gigs you've done this year. Like,
yeah, it's been crazy. Like, so ever since the EP release, Lost Poetry, it's just been going mad. It's crazy. I thought I was busy before. No.
Yeah.
No, we've got a booking agent now, which is insane.
That's nice.
So we've got someone doing all of that for us, and we're actually I can actually announce this now. We're going on
exclusive.
Tour. Ah, yeah, we're going on tour.
Wow.
Oh, congratulations. That's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Like, if you told me that a year ago, I would have said shut up. But
where are you visiting? Can you drop locations?
Yeah, we can drop locations.
Okay.
Manchester, Leicester, Brighton, London, and then I'm from Reading originally. That's where I'm from, and we're playing a festival in Reading.
Nice.
So
your
hometown.
It's
just so crazy.
That's gonna be wild.
So excited.
So if you ended up Reading Festival, like the Reading Festival, that'd be like the dream, right? If you could play hometown Reading Festival. Yeah.
That is my goal. As soon as I'm headlining Reading, I've made it. I'll move to Malaga afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I've always said that was my goal, but I think if anyone in this podcast is going to be hitting that, it's not me.
Yeah. We might do like one of the little like Jack Daniel stages, like like a 2 p.m. slot. We could get one of them.
I'll smuggle a ukulele in and just play in the corner.
So that's tour's crazy.
Yeah. How did that how is that just organic from your social media and your gigs? Like, how did that process turn up?
It's quite funny. I went to go watch someone else at this gig, and the guy behind the bar who turns out to be the booking agent. I was a bit drunk, and when you're drunk, you talk, don't you?
Yeah,
have a little chat. So I was like, "Hello, how are you?" Blah blah blah, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good." And then we just started chatting, and I said, he was like, "Oh, are you coming to see anyone, or are you performing?" And I was like, "No, but I am a performer." And then we just exchanged numbers, and the rest is history, really.
Wow.
Insane.
That's
wild. So
get more drunk if you want to
get more drunk, guys. If you're listening,
I'm so glad someone said that.
If you're not famous, it's just because you haven't drunk enough. Yeah, you will get there.
Drink more beers to go on a UK tour.
Oh God.
But your social media must have some kind of help on that. If you look at your social media, you look so professional. You look so like together, like you know what you're doing. Do you kind of orchestrate all the social media like posts and everything?
Yeah, so I do. And do you know what? It's actually funny you brought that up, because we really I've been really trying to work hard on my artist brand, because social media nowadays is like an artist's CV, I guess. Anyone can look at it. Anyone, like, do you know what I mean?
Totally.
So it's really important it looks as professional as possible, and we've been really working hard to look like classic. We wanted to look classic vintage. The boys wear suits, I wear a dress. It's all going for it, and it seems to be working.
What I think works so well about it is like you said, the boys wear a suit, you wear a dress. It's very glam. It's very vintage.
The colours as well. The colour scheme's so consistent.
The consistency of it. What's so important that most people, like even we, don't really get this, even though we talk about it, is that like you have to drill it in so that everyone sees a post and then they know what to expect, and they know like that's target, that's how and that's like how you're building this brand. Like people know what you are now when you look at the social media and when you look at the gigs. Like it's kind of a really important way to get people to understand who you are, and that's what you do so well, which is why I brought it up, because it's really important. A lot of people don't know about.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, to be honest, I winged it for a long time, because I'm not really a fan of social media. If I could, I wouldn't do it. That's not, this day and age, you've got to have social media. So I guess I just dived into it, and I did a little bit of research. I tried to work out like the color scheme. I love a bit of red, a little bit of black and white. So
I wore red specifically for this. I've literally changed my t-shirt from green to red.
Thank you. I'm not. I
should have worn a suit.
Yeah, you should have worn a suit. I was going to wear a dress. But it was in the wash.
Oh gosh, but no, it's I feel like I'm getting better with it, but I'm always, there's always room for
the results speak for themselves. The amount of artists we have on who say the exact same thing, like they hate social media, they never like social media, now they're an artist, they're trying to promote this stuff, they have to get in, like dig their claws into it eventually, and it's just a tale as old as time, but the people who do it does pay off, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, no, it does.
It definitely is.
Thank you for noticing that.
No, it's a massive part. We kind of want to do a bigger focus series on like just socials and promotion and how people actually do that. We're looking at doing something like that in the future, but like for now, it's just something we always want to talk about, because it's like it's such an important thing for musicians now, and really anyone who's being a creative and wants to get their stuff out there. It's like you said, like it's the CV. We've always said it's like our LinkedIn page.
Yeah, we've always said that. Instagram's your LinkedIn, and then you can use other socials like TikTok to be a bit more like more yourself. But Instagram has to be your CV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
It's vital, man. It's vital. Yeah.
Can I ask a question that I've actually not, because you've done like it's a couple of years now, you've done loads of gigs. What's like your best gig you've done? Like must have done some crazy busy gig. Like we've seen some stuff on your Instagram that has been like sold out. What's like the best gig you've done?
Ooh, I've loved every gig.
Of course.
You love them all.
That's a very good answer.
Just putting it out there, but if I had to say, I think it would have been the Water Rats that we did in January this year.
Yeah.
That was insane. Like we were so tight. We were all in such a good mood. And the crowd was just incredible. I think that was probably my favorite, and I wore my like favorite dress. I wore this like silver dress, and it looked like I was from the 1960s. I was like, I did look. If I have to say myself, I did look very good.
You're allowed to say that's a shout out. You can say whatever
you
want.
You can shout out yourself if you want to. Shout out that dress.
What inspires all of the look and the singing and everything? Is there like role models that you kind of have that you look up to?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, growing up, I listened to so much variety. Like my dad was really into like the Who and the Specials and that, and then my mum was like into James Morrison and like the Sugar Babes, so it was a real broad.
That's a big mix.
And then from that, I just kind of I was able to get a lot of different ideas of what music I liked, and I love Shirley Bassey, classic, like, and then I'm actually really, really into Ray at the moment.
Yeah,
I said this earlier. I said this earlier in terms of like, because I had to listen to your kind of like artist inspired thing. But I didn't see Ray, but I said it was like Ray, Billie Eilish, but with like an English rock side to it as well.
Yeah, no, Ray is. I saw her last year in Manchester with my mum, and she was incredible. I've honestly, her voice is insane, and yeah, just so good. And she's got such a good personality as well. Like on stage, she's just so normal.
She's won every award as well recently. Like she is killing it. Like
yeah, she is.
She is crushing. She kind of came out of nowhere and just like took the scene over, didn't she?
Well, she was part of that Brit. Was it Brit School? Is that? Have I got that right? Was she part of like?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she's come from there. Yeah. So that'll be that could be your dream support, right? You could support her.
Yeah.
I can totally see that.
Oh yes, I just love her. She's just so good.
Yeah. Shout out.
Shout out Ray. She might be on. I think she's scheduled in for 1 week. I can't remember which week it is, but
she's down the line. Yeah, we wanted to get you. We wanted to make sure we could get you in first, and then we had to put her off for a bit. But I'm sure she'll
You guys are too funny.
Oh no, but it's just like we talk about all these like people like Ray and everyone. Is that like your goal? Is this like you're all in on this now? It seems like you want to be on there. You want to be on like on the main stages and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been good at anything else. Like at school, I never listened, so I was like, well, I'm fucked with that one. And then like, yeah, I've always had like such a connection with music. I know it sounds really cringe, but it's so true. And my mum's always said it, like I was such a shy kid, and then as soon as I got on stage or I did like a performance in the living room to my parents,
I could not imagine you being a shy kid.
I'm not now. Now.
Music changes people though, doesn't it? Like if you can find a way to channel your energy, like you might have been shy but had all this energy like pent up to like put into something else.
Yeah, you definitely. And like, at school there's always like, you've got to act cool and you can't be a little bit edgy and you can't be a little bit out there. So I was always like I think I was always hiding who I actually was for a long time. And then I met the boys and I started doing music properly and I was like, oh, maybe this is what I'm meant to do for the rest of my life. Who knows?
Is there more music for 2025? So like you released the EP. Have you got more stuff ready? Is there more exclusives we can have or?
Yes.
I feel like I'm digging here for more exclusives.
Yeah, you can. I'm actually working with a couple new producers at the moment, and we've got 2 songs ready to be mastered at this point. And they're very, very good, I must say.
Yeah.
Good.
I love when someone has real confidence in music. You know it's going to be good.
Do you know what? It's like I don't care if no one else likes it. If I like it, then I know it. Like I don't want to do this for anyone else. I'm doing it for myself. And like the minute I start to worry about, okay, well, I've got to come in like I've got the hook's got to come in like 5 seconds, and it's got to be TikTok friendly and all this. Like that just stops the creativity.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that's what I try and do in my head. Is just if I like it, that's all that matters. And I really, really, really like the songs that I've been writing. So I'm really
producers. Can you shout them out?
I can.
Yeah.
One of them's actually from Edinburgh. So I live in London, and this guy from Edinburgh, James, he's incredible. We've never met. We've only done it all on Zoom, and it's just insane. Like it's just.
Did you send him like raw audio files, and then he puts it all together? That's sick.
Wow.
So like, and then
2025, baby. The end of the recording studio.
Literally, like it's so good. So good for my bank account as well. I don't have to travel anywhere.
We need to get into this.
He's working from home.
Yeah, so he does all that. I tell him what I want, and we go back and forth messaging, and then I record my vocals here, and then I send them over, and it's just insane. And then I'm also working with another producer in Brighton called Carol. He's also incredible. And he's actually working on like the first happy song I've ever written, which is a bit insane.
Tasha's doing a happy song, guys. This is breaking news, everybody. This needs to be real. Tasha's doing a happy song. So excited.
It's so good. And do you know what's so good as well? Like, not because I've only just worked in the past with one producer. I've never worked with multiple at the same time. So to doing this like process, I'm learning so much from so many different people who have different inspirations and different influences, and you bounce off each other, and then I can bring that into other sessions and stuff. And I'm learning so much because you never stop learning, right? So I just want to keep being the best musician I can. So I'm really grateful, to be honest. Not gonna lie.
Oh, that's great. What do you? So obviously you're a singer. Do must play instruments as well if you're writing all these songs, right? Do you?
Yeah, I play piano, but I'm not a pro. I'm not here saying that I'm a pro, but I do. Yeah, I write on the piano and.
You write on the piano, and then but for the gigs, you never play instruments for gigs, do you? You just
Oh, I can't multitask. I don't know how people like sing and play guitar. I'm like, how do you?
And you got to entertain the crowd as well. You got to talk to them. Like, I always find that the weirdest thing. Being the lead singer is like you have to be your own compere. Like you have to introduce yourself. You have to like big yourself up. You have to like let yourself go off stage and like goodbye, thank you. Like it's a lot of work.
It must be a lot of work. I don't know how Charlie does it. Like he's talking to the crowd and then he's playing guitar and singing at the same. Like I couldn't do that for the life of me. I forget what I'm doing when I'm just playing the guitar.
Yeah.
And he's singing. He's got to remember all the. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the time Charlie doesn't remember the words. Sorry, Charlie, if you're watching, I love you.
He's not watching.
He's never going to watch this.
Have you got any other big? I mean, you've given us a lot of exclusives, so I'm not trying to dig for more exclusives. But like, we asked a band called Indigo, their guitarist Joey, like, what's your goals for like the next year or two? And his was to get a booking agent and to go on tour. So what's your like goals? No, but like, as in like it feeds quite nicely well.
You've just smashed all of his goals.
Yeah, so you've completely Joey's now, since he said those goals, he's done both those things, which I think is really cool. So like,
shout out to Indigo. Yeah,
shout out Joey, because they've never done a London gig, they've never done a festival, they've never done local radio, they never had they've done everything they wanted to say, and it was really cool to see it. And their sound is also
podcast. So
yeah, it was because of this interview they've done really well. So have you got any? That's not. But have you got any goals for like the end of the year or like 2026 that like you want to achieve?
Yeah, I want to get on like a proper festival like Isle of Wight or like that sort of like the next stage.
The River stage at Isle of Wight would be like perfect. I go there quite a lot, and that's like I think Hot Vox do like a couple of stuff there, but they're also as like. There's constant bands from London and local areas, so
yeah, I think it's just getting to the next step. I mean, this year we're really focusing on the new music and tour, and then after the tour finishes, which is in September. I just can't remember. This is really bad.
That's what the booking agents for.
Yeah, that's for him.
Your job.
There we go. That's I think. That, and also just going to as many industry events, networking events, just meeting new people, because at the end of the day, like none of this would ever happen if it wasn't for those networking events and meeting people in a pub and chatting. Like it's really important to continue to support networking events. And like,
have you been to Ditto's one? Ditto Meet the Industry?
No, but I did see that today when I was researching, not gonna lie.
Yeah, so no, genuinely, that was like, we'd never done anything. We're really lazy. We don't go anywhere, but if you like, there are some not important people, but like there are some people with contacts there that even like some of the seminars that we attended, it just things clicked for us a bit more after that. But there was, if we would have known a bit more going into that, like now going into it, you could really do a lot more. And if you turn up and you've already done like tours and there's some people there that would really be able to like push you on and give you so many more opportunities. We were a bit too early for it, so that's like shout out Ditto X Meets the Industry.
Wow.
Even though it's
quite
that's every
year. That's a really good one.
December, is it, or November or something? So that would be
November. Yeah.
All right, thank you. I'm going to put that.
Check it out. It was really good. It was a really, really informative day. Yeah, and it kind of. I don't know if I think we came up with a podcast the day before that, but it kind of really motivated us to like look at the music industry as a whole and not just as an artist, and like think about all the different things we could be doing in the music industry. And now we have a podcast. So it's great.
No, it is really good. So I recommend that as one. But
thank you. That's really kind of you.
Networking and building like a kind of community around you is just such an understated thing for musicians. Like, don't understand how important it is to know people and like make the effort with other people, because then they're going to make the effort with you.
Exactly. Like, it's you support me, I support you. That's the one thing that really, really gets on my nerves, when like people don't support you, but then expect that you to support them. It's like, that's not how it goes, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is really annoying.
I'm surprised we always say this. I thought it'd be a lot worse than it is. Like, when we go to most gigs, other bands will try and watch you, and will like. I thought I'd meet a lot more horrible people in the music industry, but in general, we've met mostly nice people. But there are some really horrible, hard work people. Like, but you just won't get them anywhere. Like, if you support other bands, then things will come off it. Like, they'll have an opportunity for you. You might have an opportunity for them. So I think it's especially like in London, where there's so many bands, like, it's the people that are genuine that get a bit further and like help each other out.
Yeah. No, I'm all for supporting. It's, you know, it's like we wouldn't be where we are now if it wasn't for people supporting us. So you just got to do it both ways, really.
Definitely.
I have a big thing, Danny B. That leads very nicely into the playlist we have. I don't know if you know about it. Yeah. So we've got a shout out podcast playlist. Another exclusive for you. Danny B actually added one of your songs in the playlist on an episode recently. So you've already got a song on there, but we get someone to add one of their songs and then another artist that you like. So it could be a Ray song, it could be someone massive, or it can be another like independent band that you know, or a friend of yours that's got a song. But you get to add 2 songs to our playlist, and everyone who's been on has done that. It's got a few saves, so people listen to each other's music, which is quite nice. But what songs do you want to add on? And I'll let you know what song we've already got on.
It's 26 Bell Drive.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Yeah, because I was listening to it in preparation for this, and I was listening to the EP again because I hadn't heard it for ages, and something about the song literally nearly had me in tears when it's talking about how perfect the old memories were, and I was like, I must have just been thinking about like hanging out with my mates back in the day. I don't get to see them much anymore, and those lyrics just are so personable. I could not add it to the playlist.
Oh, I'm so happy that you felt that way. You know, I wrote that song for my best friend.
Yeah,
I can tell. Yeah, she's I don't want to go too deep, but that girl, her name's Eva. She is my angel from heaven. Like, she saved my life, and I really, really, really wanted to do something for her. So I wrote a song for her, and it was so hard because I wanted it to sound like a song that she would listen to. So it wasn't necessarily like all about me. So it was having to like listen to all of her influences and like what she likes and the artists that she listens to. And I was so nervous to play it to her. We were in the car and I played it to her before it was even released. And she started crying, and then I started crying, and it was all and I don't cry. I don't let people see me cry. So I was like, oh no, here we go.
Oh
no, I'm not surprised. It's a beautiful song. So you can't add that one.
Can't add that one. No. It's already on there.
Okay. Okay, one of my songs.
Get it ready.
Ooh. Raw.
Great one.
It's going in.
And then a song that I want to add is actually my drummer's band called the De Niro's.
Cool. That's a good name.
If anyone is watching, I am telling you now, this band is insane. They are the best. I honestly, I can't describe how good they are. You have to go and watch them to understand how good.
I love the description already. 60s electric rock and roll with the DIY spirit of 70s punk and a dash of British delusion.
That's
so cool.
Honestly. And I want you to put Feels on, please.
Feels, it's going in.
I need to I'm going to listen to that as soon as this podcast ends.
Honestly.
You're a great saleswoman.
Thank you.
A lot of work.
I am my father's daughter. Let's put it that way. Yeah, honestly, if anyone's watching, if you ever get the chance to go watch a De Niro's gig, please go. Like, I will buy you your ticket. It's that good. Like, please.
The 7th of May, if this is out by then, they're playing the Blues Kitchen in Brixton. So,
ooh.
There we go. Go and see them.
Oh, we need to track them down. We need to have them on.
Yeah. That's like your official first shout out. You are shouting out the De Niro's to come on here.
Yes.
Yes. I love that.
We'll get them on.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh, I'm so happy. We ended with a shout out. What a better way to end the podcast. Tasha, this has been so much fun. Thank you so
Oh,
much. We wish you
thank
the
you.
absolute best of luck for the year, for the tour, for that homecoming gig in Reading. And we'd love to have you on in the future to find out how it all went and everything. Can't wait for the new music. And thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Shout Out Podcast with Danny B and Dan Wood and our amazing guest, Tasha. It's been a great chat. Subscribe, hit the bell, do all the lovely things. This has been a great one. Thank you guys. Good night.
Thank you.